Hello, everybody. This is Sandeep here. Welcome to the workshop or the seminar, webinar sessions that we are going to carry. Uh, why civil engineers are considered to be the pride of the nation is what basically the topic that we have come up with. Many civil engineers are facing this kind of problems of self disrespect and they are under motivated. They don't know what to do in their lives, particularly the civil engineers, mechanical engineers, and electrical engineers. These three branches of the basic branches of the civil engineering and or the engineering branches, they are facing a lot of problems of self pride. I would like to tell you that there are so many countries where they were and currently where they are currently. You will see that there are a lot of changes that has happened. We as a civil engineers, mechanical engineers, and electrical engineer, or we call it as, let's say, the basic branches of the engineering faculties or the engineering, the students or the entrepreneurs. We have changed many different countries. We have changed the demographical areas, the economical areas, and many different parameters we have changed. In the today's session, basically, we are going to discuss many things about it. Uh, I would like to tell you, I have worked in Dubai for certain years, and I have designed many structures over there: the twisted tower, the tilted buildings. Uh, I've worked with many different clients, and I have seen that when I have started working over there, and later over the period of time, over the years of time, how the entire country or the city has got transformation. We will see that all these things, and I would like to tell you that we have done fabulous changes. We have remarkably, done many different changes in the countries, and the demography of the economic sector and many different sectors we have changed. We have done quite a lot of things, and in India, particularly in Bharat, what we call it as, in our country, we are going to do many such kind of things. And I'll tell you, not only in India, I have seen that so many neighboring countries. If you say the Afghanistan, if you see the uh, Nepal or Sri Lanka, Pakistan, many countries are having such kind of problems. If the civil engineering contribution is less, the infrastructure is less, automatically the civilians, the people over there, they suffer quite a lot. So I would like to tell you that many countries also have suffered because of the healthcare, education, and many other sectors. There are no basic infrastructures. There are no roads. There are no proper ports, airports, and the defense and trade mechanism, the sectors for the agriculture and many other areas. If you see the civil engineering, how the civil word actually has been born. Yeah, I would like to tell you that I've seen that a few years back when I was there going to the school, the kiddo kind of person. Uh, and during that time, one of the brigadier has said that we are from defense, others are civilians. The word civil means, other people, the other, ordinary people who are not there into the defense, that are civil, like you and me, basically. So if you see that the engineering, the first branch of engineering, what we call it as the civil engineers, and obviously associated with the houses, with the buildings, with the infrastructure, we require other areas, let's say the electrical, mechanical. These are the branches it has contributed, and later on, over the period of time, the computer science has come, or other different branches have come, electronics engineering, or IT engineering. If you see that chemical production, many other lines, they have came, based on the requirements and the needs. But the basic, the fundamentals, actually, if you see the certain fundamental changes or fundamental rules or regulations, if you see the gravity, actually, this is the fundamental rule. There are certain fundamental things are there which never changes, and which gives the support to the other branches. So similarly, if you see that in today's session, we'll see that how the civil engineers have contributed in certain countries, and in India also, actually, if you see that the contribution has already started. We have been investing 60 lakh crore, 80 lakh crore, many different lakhs of crores of rupees. Actually, we are investing in the infrastructure, in civil engineering. And if you see that, that has going to change quite a lot of things. So um, um, the people who have already taken the admissions for the civil engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, I'm telling you, there will be huge amount of scope would be there. The people who are going to the computer science and other areas, yes, there are so many seats are available in many engineering colleges as far as the computer science is concerned. But if you see that, every particular engineering branch has got certain curve actually, how it goes to the higher level and how it comes to the lower level. So similarly, if you see that the computer science actually has got certain curve, it has developed certain tools, computer. If you see that, the operating systems, if you see that the database system, if you see that the apps and the AI, the current innovation thing, and many other things they have started developing. And over the period of time since the AI has come, actually, if you see that a lot of simplicity or things actually has been changed, and a lot of the clerical jobs is going to get subsided. The change, I'm not saying the jobs will go, but the change actually of the type of the job will definitely change. So what I'm saying is uh, 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 the importance will again go back to the basic engineering branches. And yes, by taking the help of other engineering branches like computer science, IT, or electronics, or AI, all these techniques, we are going to use it for the basic branches to you know make sure that how this would help to the nation back. So if you see that IT, basically, if you see the IT or computer science, how many apps you are using daily on your mobile? 5 apps, 10 apps, 20 apps, let's say 50 apps. How many apps are there on the Google Play? They are in millions, actually. Like, you don't know what kind of apps people are developing. So if you see that only 0.0001 percentage people are using the apps that are available on the main server. So what I'm saying is, obviously over the period of time, once you are developing certain applications or programs or something, actually, the requirement of the program, is it really there, or is it just the rat race? That also the question comes into mind. And I've seen that many IT startup companies, they have started working, and over the period of time during COVID or during the many places, actually I've seen that those companies got closed because of the survival. And I'll tell you that IT is the place where you need to keep on changing many things. But civil engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, it is based on the fundamental clauses or the laws of the nature. So it has got that little depth. You require to have the experience in this particular lines. You don't need basically so many changes, because those so many frequent changes doesn't happen, but you require the robust understanding the physics or mathematics, certain basic fundamentals of engineering. Definitely you require to know. And that's why the people, they call it actually how many years of experience you guys are having. So that's that kind of questions people will be asking you. So what I'm saying is what all the different scopes are there in this particular line. Let's get started with this particular thing. All right, so I would like to just showcase to you few things which basically you would require to understand. So if you see that actually in the basic branches, actually has made the contribution with the infrastructure development. What are the different infrastructures are there? Ports are there, harbors are there, bridges are there, dams are there, water retaining structures or water conservative structures, railways, buildings, residential, commercial buildings. So basically the infrastructure development that basically contributes to the economic growth, economic activities, expansion, promotion. Many different things actually would be there. So infrastructure development is what actually the major contribution would be there. So I would like to just showcase to you. I was just going through, the this is the Dubai map actually. what actually Dubai was there 50 years back. This was Dubai. And now you can see that how is Dubai. All right, so this was there. So transformation from this to this, actually you can see a number of videos that how the transformation of Dubai that has happened. So if you revoke basically the contribution of the basic branches of the engineering people, faculties, or the people who have contributed to this. So look at this, what kind of people were there and now what are the changes. So similarly in India also you will see such kind of changes that are going to happen. Okay, so 50 years back, what was Dubai and what is there now? Actually, I mean, if you want, I'll run for some of the videos. 1 minute. Yes, so these are some YouTube videos created by the creators. Yes, so go through that actually. What kind of changes actually? If you see the branches of the basic, I mean the basic branches, because everything starts with the soil mechanics, or everything starts with the planning, the master planning. Everything starts with the ground. It is basically the real, actually the civil engineer or the basic branches of the engineering. Basically, it is so real that we call it as the real estate. Okay, none of the other cases we call it as the real estate, right? The computer science, the software is not, we call it as the real estate. But here we call it as the real estate. Why? Because we can touch, we can live, we can sense, we can see so many things. So obviously it's a part of the real estate actually. The infrastructure development is basically into that. So you will see that, designing, construction, maintenance and many other things, roads, highways, bridges, airports, ports, the gateways, dams, water management system, railways, buildings, including residential, commercial, institutional infrastructure, other things. That basically, gets you into this. So if you see that, if you go to any country, for example, if you go to the airport first, how the airport is looking, then you take a cab, how the roads are there, you will see, wow, I'm there in Singapore, wow, like that. I'm there in Dubai, Burj Khalifa, this, that, everything is, the engineering, the basic branches of the engineering contribution. So I would say the fraternity of all the engineers, they have developed it. I'm not saying only the civil engineers, but if you see that the major fundamental contribution comes up with the civil branch. Let us say the first thing is basically, for example, I want to do the one puja at home. The contribution of civil engineers, I would like to tell you. I want to do the puja. Let's say Satyanarayan puja or this puja or that puja, any particular, something that I wanted to do. So the first thing, if you call any the godman or a pandit at home, actually, he will ask you that, where to do the puja first. The first thing we start with the surveying. Okay, where is the northeast? Where is the surveying and all? All right, so anything. If you take the transmission tower, actually on the top of the building, you require the foundation. You require the survey that whether this things is okay or not. So it's a mobile system. It's electronics. It's telecommunication and all actually. But you require the civil engineering base as a foundation. So obviously, you would see that the contribution of the civil engineering starts with, every single thing. Let's say the Foxconn has came to India and they have started developing or manufacturing basically the iPhones. And I think I just was reading few days back, $10 billion actually. That's what the contribution for they have contributed in a year for the export of India, which is entire GDP of all the neighboring countries. Actually, I mean, if you see the Pakistan or if you see the Nepal, Sri Lanka, you take the Maldives also, and so many neighboring countries. If you see the collective money that they are having, actually, we have exported just iPhones and this thing only in one particular year. So you can see the kind of capabilities that we are started developing in our country, and believe me, for the basic branches, for civil engineers, this is going to be the new area. Next 20 years actually, this is going to be a big change, big difference that is going to be there. Alright, so let's go to the next thing. Actually, nation building, what we call it as the nation building. Civil engineers contributed to the nation building by designing, constructing essential infrastructures and all. Actually, we'll see that what kind of nation building, the water supply, sanitation, many things would be there, infrastructure would be there, opportunities would be there. For example, I wanted to start with the sports. You require the sports complex, you require the swimming pool, you require the, let's say, the cricket, so you require the plane level. Okay, it should not be undulating level, so you need the surveying, you require the pitch, so that is the geotechnical engineering. You require the people to stand for play, watching the cricket match, so you require the stadium, everything. The contribution of civil engineering is so enormous. The contribution of sports as a branch, yes, without the sportsman there is no sportism. But if you see the financial contribution to the nation, to generate the new sports people, actually civil engineering has got enormous importance. Along with the civil, you require all the electrical, mechanical and all the other branches simultaneously. So the engineering contribution is tremendous. All right, so the next thing is actually the innovation and the problem solving. All right, if you see that what are the innovations are there, what are the problem solving. If you see that the civil engineers are constantly innovating and developing new technologies. All right, so currently, if you guys know, I think many of the people might be knowing the BIM technology, building information modeling technology, with the AR, artificial reality, with the VR, virtual reality, we have started building up with the BIM technology. Okay, in the upcoming webinars, we are going to take this kind of topics so that you can stay tuned with our channel and make sure that you get the maximum benefit out of this. To start off with, I'll like to just showcase to you at least one of the small project. 1 minute. So you can go to the this is the platform in which you can develop certain things as a part of the project, and you can showcase certain things to different people out there. All right, so I'd like to just showcase to you. So let's say this is one type of project, actually one project. This is a theater building. You can see that this is theater 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 theaters are there. You can see that there are piles out here. This is the BIM technology, guys, right? So somebody will say, sir, where is the plan? Actually, come on, don't worry. You will see that all the plans, elevation sections. So let's say I would like to start up with this particular thing, which is basically the pile cab or the piles. These are the pile connected beams, so that there is no differential settlement that will happen. Then the columns will start. Along with that, you will see the architectural features and all, actually. So many things are there. So what is the contribution? This is the contribution of the IT, basically, along with the civil engineers. So connections between the varied variety of engineers as a come up. So don't think that IT is not like this or civil engineering. So we have to grow together to see that how we can do the things better, the kind of complex projects, actually, which the industry would require to have, the challenges that the people are having, the disaster management, the structural engineering, BIM technology, the project management. You take the tunnels or the kind of traffic problems, the transportation problems that we would be having, the cities would be having, how to cope up with the population. We are the the number one country in terms of the population. We are the largest economy in the world, economy in the world when it comes to the if you see from the population point of view. So largest in terms of the population, yes. Over the period of time, you will see that from number 4, how we can go to the number 3 to 2 and to the 1. Over the period of time, definitely it would happen. Why it will happen, how it will happen? Yes, the contribution to all the engineers all the people of India and abroad who are working to develop many different countries, if they contribute, definitely the things would change. So this is basically the BIM technology. I would like to showcase to you. Let's say if you want to do the other things. Let's say I wanted to see the sections. So cross section also you can see that. So this is what actually the people are doing in our company, where how the sections, elevations, or such kind of things works. So many people would be getting a chance to see that what's really happening in the building. So contractors, project managers, clients, many people actually will get to know. So the PUBG game, actually you will see that this is also you can this is not a playing game, but you can easily work it around that. If I wanted to go inside, how does it work? You can see that in that particular orbit. Okay, how does it go up, down, and many other places? This beam is not good. So let's say there is a clash is happening between the certain things. So BIM technology would give you such kind of glances. Okay, so such kind of technologies, the thing which I wanted to showcase to you over here is basically the innovation and the problem solving, right? So complex projects would be there, and you will have different technologies to solve those kind of complex problems. And that's how the evolution of different technologies and the innovations in the civil engineering and in the mechanical, electrical, all the basic branches, they will be empowered to go to the next level. Right, so sustainable designs, practices, environmental conservations, and the reduce ecological footprint of infrastructure projects. So again, we have to go back to the basic problems of the environmental, air pollution, sound pollution, many other areas where we need to invest basically to get along with the world and cope up how this earth from one generation to second to third, so all the generations to come, they are welcome to this nation or this country or this on this planet, so that we are giving them the conducive environment. We are not giving them the polluted environment where they will suffer through the physical and psychological problems. So it is our this is the need. Actually, the environmental engineering is also a part of the civil engineering area, where you need to develop, because most of the rivers have become gutters, or there is no water actually, or very less amount of water. So earth also is having a lot of problems. The cultivation or the creep, the yield of the crops actually has reduced, because there is very less number of amount of microbes or the microbial things that are happening basically in the soil. So these are the problems. So from the engineering point of view, basically how we can resolve this kind of problems. All right, so innovation and problem solving, this is the another area. Now the next area which I wanted to enlighten your focus is basically the disaster management. So earthquake resistant buildings, actually earthquake engineering is one type of structural engineering. This is one area where we can emphasize, because one earthquake will take millions of lives. There are no cities left out. Thousands of buildings that are collapsed, people have become homeless, so many people have got injured, many people died. All these problems that happens during the event of earthquakes. So how we can do the earthquake resistant building? We have only gone to the earthquake resistant, but if you see the technology, which we call it as the PBD, performance based design, actually, so this particular technology would help you to even have the earthquake resistant or the earthquake proof buildings. Earthquake proof buildings, that also could be possible. Or you can easily increase the performance of a particular structure. Let's say, for example, this is my mobile. How I can improve the performance of this mobile is by giving the tempered glass on the top of this, correct? and the back cover. So even if falls down, actually, my mobile is protected. So similarly, this is a disaster management of my mobile. So some same thing, how we can do with the earthquake engineering or earthquake, that is a disaster, and how I can do the disaster management for my structures. There are roads, there are dams. Imagine that earthquake has happened, Koina earthquake, for example. There is a dam. If the Koina earthquake, if it persists, actually, what will happen? The entire dam will be having the leakages or problems. So, Khadakwasla Dam, for example, in Pune, what has happened? A lot of people died. I still remember, actually, my grandfather has told me that the cows and many people, actually, I have seen that the crowd not moving, actually they're dead on the streets, actually, just like that. So that's a big disaster that has happened in Pune, in Maharashtra, in India. So how we can hold on to this, actually, that is flood control. Sometimes it is not due to the breakage of the dam, it is due to the heavy flood. So the changes that are happening due to the environmental impact and all, actually, how we can do that, coastal defense, protective, how to protect the lives and all, actually, due to this extreme environment. So this is known as the disaster management. If you see that the civil engineering contribution to this is actually tremendous, huge amount of contribution is there. In the earthquake engineering, we are having different codes: IS 1893, IS 13920, IS 16700. Different codes has been evolved. Actually, new versions have come, different softwares have come, actually, to develop this kind of system, actually, and it really helped to the contribution to the society. Uh, Civil engineers has given the contribution or the recognition to the globe. Actually, global recognition will happen if a huge amount of contribution is there. If you see that the civil engineering projects has really become like an international acclaim, actually. If you see the Burj Khalifa, Burj Dubai, if you see the let's say Taj Mahal, Meenakshi Temple, Tirupati Temple, these are actually recognition. The global recognition will happen if such kind of monuments actually comes into the play. One area is what we call it as recently the Shri Ramji's temple, which has happened in Ayodhya. The global recognition, so many people, actually, I've seen that the Italy, they have given the Dhanusha, which is completely the gold, 21 kg something. I'm not knowing the exactly figures, but they have given the Dhanusha to us. Means, believe me, I mean, where is Italy, where is India, actually, due to the friendship, the trade, and many other things they have gifted us. So our prime minister has started building such kind of things where the entire world is trying to come together and try to bring the harmony between the various different cultures, various different religions, sects, creeds, and sex people, different kind of people. They are coming together and they are really creating such kind of harmony. So the contribution, the basically, if you see the temple, yes, there is a Sri Ramji statue is there and all, actually. But if you see the contribution of the civil engineers, the engineers working there, I've seen that our Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister, has given thrown the um, flowers or the garments, actually, to all the engineers, the L&T and the Tata, all the whatever the companies, whomsoever has actually worked. Really, thanks to you to give such kind of monuments in India, and many more actually need to come at many different parts of India and other countries. So global recognition, the point which I wanted to tell you is the global recognition. If you see that, particularly, I would like to tell you the name Dubai, actually, because I worked over there quite a lot of time. So in Dubai, if you see the tallest building which is there in Dubai, if you see that during that time, okay, now over the period of time the things will change. The biggest port actually was there in Dubai. The biggest airport was there in Dubai. The biggest race course was having in Dubai. So if you see that, if you want to do the best, in the world, actually, it would be there in my city. That's how it has started. If you see the area, the geographical area of Dubai, it's not there in Mumbai. Mumbai is quite bigger than Dubai. All right, when it comes to the area and the population and many other areas. If you see from financial point of view, is also Mumbai is very rich than the Dubai as a city. But if you see the global recognition of Dubai is at a completely different level compared to the Mumbai. All right, so what we need to do is we need to really, if you want to see India as a country, as a developed country, we need to come up with the different ideas. We need to see the vertical cities. We need to come up with the certain ideas. Actually, let's go to the metros, the trains, the double metro trains, and all. Actually, create the environment. And in US it has already been done. There is a metro going on the top of that there is another metro coming here and all. Actually, there are roads, transportation. Actually, it has done such a fabulous job that you can increase the FSI of this thing. Currently 4, 5, 6 FSIs people are giving. Actually, you can go to the FSI 25, 30 numbers, 50 numbers. Actually, let's go to the vertical cities, and that's how the compact, you can accommodate so many people. The business will be growing like anything, because most of the people are there nearby. And yes, so many people can accommodate. And yes, the nurturing of such kind of different mindset, it will nurture different kind of people, and automatically the business and the money would be generated at a completely different scale. All right, so currently in Mumbai, what is happening actually, if maximum cantilever as per the HRC committee, which I'm dealing with it actually, what is happening, maximum cantilever is 3 meters, that's all. What is this actually? 20 meters cantilever, that's okay. You can anchor it with certain suspended spans, and you can develop it. You can make sure that things are as per the structural norms. That should be the case. All right, so certain changes are required in certain areas, so that we'll go to the global level of the recognition, is what I'm trying to say here, guys. All right, so this is what actually the contribution is there. All right, so this is what the summary which I wanted to show you. And yes, the kind of things which I would like to showcase to you is about this, the contribution of the different countries and all. Actually, different technologies are there over here where you can do that. I mean, yes, you can use this particular model in the issues creation or different levels, or maybe you can hide everything, and maybe you want to see only the columns, you want to see only the structural framing areas and all. Actually, so it's an intelligent model. Actually, you can just right click and see the properties and all. Actually, so it's not just the model, it's a database, and you can use whatever the things are there. So you can use this kind of technologies and transform the India into the developed country. Right, so I hope you really like this particular video. I would like to see if there are certain questions and all. Actually, hello, how about PEB? Praveen is asking the question. Pre-engineered buildings. Actually, I did my engineering in civil, and I wanted to I started my job in PEB firm. Yeah. So pre-engineered, yes, it's a new engineering branch, but I would like to tell you that pre-engineering, 1 minute, I'd like to just showcase to you. Just a minute. What is mean by pre-engineering or PEB? This is the column. As the bending moment goes, actually, you will have the column sections like that, actually. Like this, and you will have here also the bigger section like this. So this is the section. Similarly, the half of the part will go here, and here there is a base plate. Generally, it is the pin support and all actually. So as long as I have the way that the building is, the bending moment is going, that way the things are going. So this is not for you, Praveen, because you are already knowing this, what is it and all actually. See, the main thing is everything is manufactured on the in the factory, so it is quick. You can do certain things very quickly. All right, so it is comparatively economical. All right, so pre-engineered work, because everything is literally backward integration would be happening. So everything is very fast, intuitive, very robust. Another thing is factory made. So there is nothing cast in situ kind of things will happen actually. It is very quick, fast and run to go. So such kind of technologies, if you want to work with this, the PEB is the best one. So if you're working, fantastic. Start thinking, how you can grow that particular industry. Learn certain designs, how it can be done. Learn the complexities or the problems. Learn the structural engineering, because there are certain, analysis that you need to carry out at the first area, and later on, at the time of erection also you need to do. So certain scenarios you need to work, so that how it would really help to the industry. That also you can contribute upon. All right, so I hope everybody might have liked this particular webinar, and I'm sure that upcoming webinars also so many people will be contributing to join. If you really like this particular webinar, please give a thumbs up. If you really love this particular thing, please subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next webinar. Thank you so much. Bye bye.